So what is the ROI of measuring, modeling marketing activities? And Laura, why don't you take a first stab at this one?
I'll start that thing, but I really, this part of the conversation, but I think this is a really great question for Mikhail. So obviously carrying on from this with my last sort of thinking, we do need to be able to show the value of and return of the work that we do in marketing. And I think that this book is helping marketers understand how important it is for them to have really good financial management. And ROI falls into that category. But we have a lot of conversations with CFOs and CEOs of companies of all sizes in all industries. And working with us, we're predominantly B2B, Vision Edge Marketing is, and we predominantly work in 5 segments: manufacturing, technology, financial services, medical devices, and logistics. So pretty broad, and we work all over the world. And in all of our conversations with companies and CFOs and CEOs in those broad markets, we often hear the CFO and the CEO saying something slightly different than what we hear a CMO or a VP of marketing say. So when we're talking to the CMO and the VP of marketing, they talk about financial management and ROI. Perfect starting point here. But when we talk with the CFO and the CEO, they're actually looking for something bigger. They want to know that how marketing is going to help drive growth for the business, create value for customers, and improve performance of both marketing and the company. And so that's really around something broader than just ROI. There's still performance management implications. There's still financial implications, but they're thinking in a different way. And so I think got to be financial management, strong, but you also have to be performance management strong too.
Yeah, Mikhail, what do you think? Tell us about the.
I think it's true. It's not all about the financial point. It's also about being proud again as a marketeer. I once met a brand manager of a beer mark and beer brand, and he was a bit fed up that he was teased by his colleagues because he couldn't prove what he was doing in building the brand. So with being accountable back again, he was able to show his colleagues, his peer managers, managing level, that the investments he was doing in the brand and the investment they were doing in marketing, that really showed off. And so it was more than a return on investment. It was also being back proud again about the marketing activities, the branding strategy that they were working on. And it's also a matter of what we call getting back into the boardroom, so that you're able to show what your money is worth. And what we see in a lot of companies is you build your marketing plan somewhere in November. It's agreed upon in December, including the budget. And then somewhere in May, April, I don't know exactly for sure, but maybe in May, April, they take away some budget because you don't know how to show the management that it's not a right way to take away some marketing budget. Because if you can prove what you're doing and you say, okay, you take away marketing budget, so also we have to decrease the goals that we have with this company, because if you're not investing in our plan, then we are facing a problem. So it's not only about financial. Yeah.
No, I totally agree. Proving value, right? Proving the value.
Yeah, right.
Absolutely. And I think that's a great point about marketers feeling better about being able to show what they're making a difference, because we all are coming to work every day. We want to know that we're making a difference, that we're giving value in exchange for our energy and our time. I always tell my people the 2 most precious assets they have are time and energy, neither of which is storable or replaceable, right? So you want to make sure you're investing it well. And everyone in marketing wants to be able to do that. And I think you're bringing up another really important point, and I think you touch on it in this book, and that's about the culture of the organization.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And I think that's really important. And that's an interesting question. You guys know that we've been doing this MPM, Marketing Performance Management Benchmark study, since 2001. We've talked about that before, and you've always supported us in that work, so thank you. And we now have pretty good data after all these years, what separates those best-in-class marketers from the rest, what they do differently. But an interesting question came up recently, towards the tail end of last year, and is one of the reasons we're kind of thinking through what we want to do about that for this year's study. And that is, okay, we've got this group of marketers, 1 in 4, 1 in 5 marketing organizations that can do these things well. And one of those things being accountability, to Mikhail's point. And we know, and we're a little alarmed at the number of marketing organizations that are starting to get pretty low marks in doing it well. The C's and D's, I mean, that's almost up to 40% now. So it's been on the rise, steadily climbing. Here we are with all this new technology, analytics, and data, and the number of marketers earning lower marks is actually increasing. So that's a little unsettling. And so one of the questions is there something different about their organizations? And I think that is an important question. We're going to try to tease that out. And I do think you touch on that a little bit in this book. And I think that's a really important thing to call out.